Hey, what is up everybody? Yes, I returned to your phone, your computer, your TV, your tablet, your laptop. I don't know what you're watching me on right now, but welcome back. It's me, it's Malcolm, and today, for some reason, this person came to my mind and I was actually going to do a rant video about her anyway. I actually was looking her up to do some research. I didn't know that she came back to YouTube. If you don't know who I'm talking about, we're talking about the woman that hit and spat on her dog, Brooke Houtz. And if you don't know who Brooke Houtz is, let's just say she hit and spit on a dog in a YouTube video that she accidentally uploaded, by the way, on her own channel, and rightfully so, she left the internet. Now, you would think in a situation like that where everybody in your comments are hating you, everybody on social media is hating you, people have actually wanted you arrested, you would never, and I mean you would never want to come back, right? I thought the same thing. It turns out, no, I'm definitely wrong, because Brooke Houtz has tried to come back once, 6 months ago, and then she's tried to come back again. All her videos are gone except for the ones that you probably see on her channel now, which are 3 right now. Just to talk about the video that I'm talking about right now, it's an hour and 20 minutes long. I watched the whole thing, so you do not have to, and I swear. Brooke is like in it for 20 minutes and then she leaves and then her boyfriend takes over for the rest, and I swear I felt like it was a passive-aggressive Jesus sermon. Religion is cool and all, but when you talk about it for an hour and you're so passive-aggressive, it seems kind of weird. But that's not taking a hark at the Christian community, because I would never do that. I just think it's really weird that she abused her dog. We're mad about it, so why are you trying to turn it on us saying that we need love because we have hate in our hearts? We don't have hate in our hearts, actually. We just hate what she did. That's pretty much what it is. So the video is titled The Full Dog Story 1 Year Later. And right then and there, address what happened to the dog. Perfectly fine. Why in the world is it 1 hour and 20 minutes long? Can somebody tell me why you need an hour and 20 minutes long to... In the video, she said she's not justifying it, but throughout the video, she talks about how everybody says she's a good person. She's never like that. We're gonna get into that because it has to do with why her videos are private now. It's a lot. I have a lot of notes. Let's just get this out the way. The boyfriend at the end was very weird, very passive-aggressive, in my opinion. A lot of people in the comments felt the same, but we're gonna read about that later. We learned the dog's name. For those that don't know, the dog's name is Sphinx. And you know what? You know what trips me out the most about this video? Not the fact that it's so long. This video is monetized to death. And when I say monetized, I think watching the video, I got like 10 to 12 ads. Not even counting the double ads in the front and then the post-credit ad in the back. So like a total of like 10 to like 15 ads in a video about hitting a dog. I don't know, seems kind of weird to me. So the one thing that I think a lot of people can agree on is that this wasn't a one-time thing. Brooke says in her own video that she only hit the dog one time and it was a one-time mistake. I have loved dogs ever since I've been a kid. Dogs, when they're abused, Brooke, if you didn't know, dogs can tell you a lot of things without using an English language. Dogs will flinch when you raise your hand, right? When you raise your hand, they flinch because you hit them more than once. I don't know where she's getting this idea of. Maybe she didn't hit them to that degree that we saw in the video, but you can tell by the dog's reactions, the way that the dog was flinching. She has hit that dog more times than we probably even know about. But she says it was like one-time thing. No, it was only the one-time thing that you got caught doing. And what really trips me out and what really blows my mind and what really makes me so mad, she said, I didn't spit on the dog, I was just blowing air. Brooke, you were not blowing air. You laid that dog on the ground and you spit in that dog's face. You cannot tell me you are blowing air. That does not make sense. What does that mean? You blew like, no, you made a noise with your lips. That is a spitting sound. I don't know what you were talking about. We all saw the video and we all came to the same conclusion that you spit on the dog. I don't know what you're talking about. You spit on the dog. And then she talks about how her first 2 videos after coming back got so much hate, rightfully so, by the way. Like, I think the dislike ratio is so insanely high. Like, I don't think she even has like 1,000 likes on either of her videos coming back. Like, it's all dislikes and not, it's barely 1,000 likes, I think. But that's, you got to think about that. People do not like Brooke Houts. I don't even know how she still has 301,000 subscribers at that, but we're gonna get into that because the boyfriend, Now this is the one part where I'm gonna play a clip for you and I want you to hear it for yourself. I'm not even gonna tell you what she says. I'm just gonna roll the clip for you. I'm gonna let you figure it out what she just said.
I should have made a video exactly like this, and that is what I genuinely wanted to do. Just sitting down, talking to you guys, having a real talk with you guys about what happened and how I felt, how I truly felt about the situation. This is exactly what I wanted to do with you guys on camera for the past year of my life. And I felt like I could not do that because the police told me that I was not allowed to make a video saying that I was sorry. I was not allowed to apologize to you guys for what I did, and I was not allowed to apologize in general for what I did. And that absolutely broke my heart because more than anything, what I wanted to do was come on here and tell you guys how I really felt about what I did, and that I knew it was wrong, and that I knew that it never should have happened in the first place, and that I was so sorry for the way that I treated my dog. That is what I wanted to do, but I was instructed not to. And I understand the people that told me not to, they weren't trying to cause any problems for me. They were trying to be nice. They were trying to be genuine. They were trying to do what was best for me at that time. And I completely understand that. And I'm not blaming anyone for telling me what to say or what not to say. But I was instructed not to say that I was sorry, not to apologize. And I was also instructed not to say anything that was apologetic in general. I wasn't even allowed to really get into the situation. I wasn't allowed to explain details on what happened between me and my dog. I was supposed to steer clear from that, steer away from that. And that was something that really hurt me because more than anything, like I said, I just wanted to come on here like I'm doing right now and talk to you guys about it.
What do you mean the police told you not to make an apology video, Brooke? Think about that one more time. She says that the police told her not to make an apology video on YouTube, which is something that's not even in their jurisdiction, by the way. What? That part got me so hot. I had to put the clip in or else you wouldn't believe me. If I told you she said that, you would not believe me. That's why I put that clip there, because when I heard that, I literally paused and rewind and watched it 2 more times to make sure I heard it right. She says the police told her not to make an apology video. And then she goes on about, you know, people in my life say I'm a good person. Family says I'm a good person. My mother called me about the video. She said, that's not you. You're such a good person. Your family is always gonna think you're a good person unless you've been like convicted of a crime. At the very, very least, your family will always have your back for the most part. So just by saying your family and friends have your back and say you're a good person, have you read the comments, Brooke? People do not think you're a good person at all, but maybe that's just me. And then this is where I knew the video was just gonna take a left turn, and I just want to make this clear. I am not trying to be offensive towards the Christian and religious community. Out of nowhere, she talks about how she was baptized a week before that video of the dog came out, or like the video, or like the week before she recorded that video with the dog. And what's trippy about that is she's like, oh, well, I look back at it and that's not me. I always live by this, and I said it in my Shane Dawson video a couple weeks back. In that moment, that is who you are. You mean what you say, you do what you mean. Even if you did in the past, you still meant everything you did. That is why people that commit crimes go to jail. If people that commit crimes go to trial and say, well, I'm a good person now, I'm not that person before, they're still gonna send you to jail, because guess what? You still did something wrong. People, I know for a fact, people that have done so many things get convicted 20 years later because of things they've done in the past. Sure, they might have moved on, but the people involved, in this case, we have a lovely, lovely dog who, for the most part, shouldn't be in your possession, in my opinion. I don't know how she kept that dog, but that's beyond me. This is where I knew the video was going to take another left turn. It was just going to become, like, I can see why the video went 2 hours long, because Brooke talks for like 22 to like 23 minutes. And then the rest of the video, I kid you not, is the boyfriend talking about Jesus. And I'm just going to say this now. The boyfriend talks about how him and Brooke want to make all these videos together and blah, blah, blah. And just, you know, spread the good word. That's cool and all, but to do it in a video like this, it seems like you're out for the money. Yeah, it seems like you're out for that YouTube money. I definitely know some Christian channels that don't mention Jesus every 5 seconds like he did, because you shouldn't have to. When he talked about people leaving hate comments, he talked about how they needed love. No, my parents love me just fine. I just don't like Brooke Houtz. How's that for you? What's his name? Teal? What? T-E-A-L-E? What kind of name is Teal? I'm just messing with you, bro. I don't care about your name. I still hate Brooke Houtz, though. You're welcome. Something I did notice during my research is that when I looked up where Brooke Houtz videos were, they were all privated. They weren't deleted. They were privated because you can see the playlist, and then you can see, like, I want to call them the 3 dots of death, meaning the video is there, you just can't see it. Yeah, you literally look through the playlist list of Brooke Houtz YouTube channel, all gone. Everything's all gone. It's just the 3 videos since coming back, including the one I'm talking about, that you see. And then what really tripped me out, and this is what I think really sealed her fate. I'm just gonna play the clip for you. I'm not gonna say anything. I want you to come with your own conclusion before I tell you mine, and then you're gonna find out why I found it so weird. So here you go.
I also want to talk about the videos that I used to have on my channel that are now all gone. I deleted basically almost all of my old videos, and I want to tell you why. So those videos are a poor representation of myself. They don't represent who I am as a person, my morals, my faith, any of that. They really just don't do any justice to who I am as a person. And they honestly never have. So when I first started YouTube, I started kind of making story time videos and videos that I thought would be entertaining for people. And I thought the only way that people would find videos entertaining is if I was loud and crazy and over the top, and if I used cuss words, like if I was just relatable, and if I was telling these crazy stories and just being very loud. I thought that that's what would captivate people's attention. I thought that that's what would make people laugh the most, be the most entertained, because at the end of the day, that's all I really wanted to do, was just entertain people and help them to come to my platform to laugh and help them to come to my platform to have a good time. But I thought the only way to do that at that time for a while was to be over the top and crazy and loud and rambunctious and someone who I wasn't. So that's why all those old videos are gone from my channel, and now I'm going to be making more content on this channel that's more aligned with who I am as a person, more aligned with me.
So if you didn't read in between the lines, she talks about how those videos before weren't her, the stories that she did were so exaggerated and so loud and blah blah. She basically admitted that her videos were faked, or not faked, they were severely exaggerated, and none of that is her. So what you're telling me, Miss Brooke Houtz, is that we have not seen the real you at all. The way she said it, it sounds like we've never seen the real Brooke Houtz. She does say that she ran into fans and subscribers would say that she's not the same person as they would see on the videos. I'm just gonna tell you right now, just to save you some time, I think Brooke Houtz is trying to rebrand herself so hard. Because when she talks about the Jesus thing and just the religion stuff, like they talk about it so heavy in this video So the point of, you know, they're gonna make videos about, you know, religion, which is fine. I don't really have a problem with religion videos. There's a bunch of channels that do that perfectly fine. But you hit a dog and you spat on him. Don't forget. Also, something I did notice, back in November, she posted on Instagram again. Her Instagram is here if you care, but be wary. The comments are limited under every post, so even if you want to leave hate, you can't. Just like Brooke and Teal have a separate channel where they do vlogs together. Some videos have comments turned off, but I know for a fact, because I've checked them all the videos have the like and dislike ratio turned off. The videos that still have the comments left on them, they're all hate comments. Literally nobody likes these two people. I don't know much about the dude, so I can't say much, but Brooke Houts seems really fake to me. I don't know if anybody else gets this vibe, but it feels like Brooke Houts has been fake this whole time, and she's really trying to sell that she's changed. But my thing is, if you're saying all these videos were exaggerated and they weren't you, what are you changing from to? Does that make sense? And this is probably the nicest I'll be. It just sounds very contrived to say, you know, I'm changing, I'm a better person now. But if we didn't know who you were before, how can we be the judge of that, you know? And then, oh my god, yeah, she doubles down on saying that she didn't spit on her dog, she blew air. Girl, you spit on your dog. I'm just gonna say it again. Girl, you spit on your dog. I'm sorry, you spit on your dog. I can't get that image out of my head. You put him down, you spit on him. And oh my god, we're finally here. The boyfriend Teal talks for literally almost an hour. I skipped ahead and I thought I was gonna miss some parts. I did not, because he barely talks about Brooke. He talks more about Jesus and how, you know, this life is so short and we need to stop having hate in our hearts and all this stuff. That is for people like racist. Those kind of lectures are for people that are legit racist or hateful people or people that are murderers. People like that. This girl hit and spit on a dog, Teal. By the way, he did admit that, you know, they dated after that video, and he found out about the video a couple days after, and then he talked about it with her and all this, and she doesn't have a hateful bone in her body. But yes, the boyfriend literally talks, and I kid you not, it was literally a 59-minute sermon on how Jesus can forgive us, and, you know, what's the point of us leaving hate comments and all this stuff. No, we just wanted her to be held accountable for her actions. The fact that she still has a YouTube platform after that really feels like she didn't get her just desserts. I remember that there was people trying to warrant for her arrest. I'm not saying she did get arrested. I don't think she did. I think they investigated and let her keep her dog, which, you know, good job, LAPD. But yes, that was pretty much the whole video. The rest of the video, like when I said, Brooke was in there for 20 to 23 minutes on her own channel, by the way. And then the rest of the video was this passive aggressive dude talking about Jesus. I literally had to I fast forwarded. I already told you this. I fast forwarded because it was pointless. I'm gonna be honest. Not saying Jesus is pointless or religion is pointless, but just the fact that comparing it to what she did, I decided to pick out some YouTube comments because they're all bad. But I picked out some that I feel encapsulate everybody's feeling into one. Okay, this comment was very long, but it just hit on everything. So, here we go. Give me a chance to not mess up my words. You ready? Okay. Martin Corona states, quote, "The end doesn't justify the means. Figure out what that means. Every time you explain what a positive thing beating your dog turned out to be, I cringe inside for you." Yes, I forgot to mention that. She claims that her beating her dog and getting caught up in this whole situation made her life better. I love when people say they needed a bad situation to make them good. I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, even if it was true that you couldn't apologize, the times that you have brought this during the past year, you and Teal have made excuses for your past actions. Lastly, And the biggest problem, everything so far has just been words with zero action that would show any attempt of redemption. Us not believing your apology is not the same as spreading hate. Exactly. If you think you're squared away with yourself, that's between you and God. You can move on and be content with that. Don't think that means you deserve forgiveness from the community. It doesn't. Oh, he gave her the business. There's a whole 2 other paragraphs. Let's go. He addresses Teal now. Teal, the part you need to understand is we are fully aware that you both are trying to get financial gain from us viewers via sponsorship, like your failed every plate attempt. I don't know what that means, but it just sounds like some tea. Okay. The money they are giving you is because they think you have people. They think you have people following that see you in a positive light, which, based on the comments, is not true. It's dishonest on your part. Please take note that there is no dishonesty in making sponsors aware of the real situation and letting them decide. They are just being told the truth. Last paragraph, here we go. None of what you've said or done shows us that either of you have any authority to speak on religion, thank you, dog training, or dog abuse, thank you. Because I don't know why they kept bringing up religion. That was the most awkward part in the video for me. You don't get that. None of your videos in the past year give us any reason to listen or believe in you. Until you figure out your YouTube careers will go nowhere. Woo! My man Martin just dropped the mic. We got another one. This one's a little bit shorter. Anyone notice how Brooke only talks about herself in this video, talking more about how God changed her life than her actions, and doesn't really bring up the dog himself that much? I mean, yeah. When I watched the video, guys, I watched Brooke's whole thing. It's so it's so cringe, especially the part where she says having a dog and being caught up in all this made my life better. Okay, and this is basically what I said, but this person said it in like a paragraph. 20 minutes of some half-assed apology, followed by 1 hour of her boyfriend using extremely manipulative dialogue, and then saying we are the ones at fault. I think this one might be a chef's kiss of apology videos. Yeah, we just had Tana's apology and that was awful. So I think Brooke probably took the throne on that one. This one is about Teal specifically, and this Teal dude seems really manipulative. I don't know how that comes off. This guy DJ writes, one of the reasons I can't take Teal seriously. This was in a Q&A video. Yep. Because remember, they have another channel that barely has 4,000 subscribers. You're welcome. Teal, I don't believe in shacking up. It's against the Bible. Also Teal, Brooke has been staying with me and I have been staying with Brooke. We are staying together only because I am training Sphinx. Okay. Also, Brooke and Teal proceeds to give a young girl advice on how to tell her parents that she wants to shack up with boyfriend. Okay, Teal. Me, y'all some clowns. Clown emojis, yeah. When I tell you these comments are bad, I just picked out like some. I could have picked out the ones that had the vulgar language, but nah. We're not doing that. Family friendly. Alright, I picked out one more. Rich Beans. Quote, it never happened before or after. Quote, ... I don't believe you. It came too naturally. You hit your dog instinctively. For a high energy puppy being itself, there was no process that led to some accident. That dog is like that all the time. Because it's a Doberman, by the way. Bad days don't happen once and then never again. I don't believe you. Other people don't believe you. You were already boring. You only got views because you were pretty and people like dogs. but those aren't redeemable qualities in a person. You should disappear and get a real job like the rest of society. And there was this video, it was like an hour long. This dude called The Right Opinion, who did like a whole video on Brooke. And L of the Day, by the way, he did a video on her too. The videos that do good on her channel that did do good were the ones that had the dog in the video, in the thumbnail. Every time the dog was in the video, her views went up. That's just the honest truth. I can't prove it now because the videos are gone and I don't know how to use the Wayback Machine. So I'll leave it up to you. What do you think about Brooke's apology, whatever that was, changing her brand, whatever that was? What is up with this Teal dude? What do you think of him? Does he sound very weird? Do you think they're just out for the YouTube money? Which I think that's what they're doing. Which, you know, hey, do you still have the dog, you didn't go to jail, you just have no respect in the YouTube community. I'll leave it up to you. But once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. I know this video was a little longer than others, but that video was like 3 times longer, so be glad you were here because I watched it for you. Subscription button up here, 2 other videos over there. Without further ado, I wish you well, I wish you good health, and I will see you again next time.